#1 political commentator Asmongold.
Peak. Right in the intro. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 381 of the Reforce Podcast. My name is Gelado. Joining me today, Christian Gelado.
Welcome one and all, Eric, to the JoJo show. We're back, and guess what? I'm sick.
You are sick, or you are suspiciously on suspicion?
No, I'm sick. Alright, I'm sick. It's an issue.
Christian, are you sick or you're sick and tired?
No, it's a bit of both, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's a bit of both.
Stay home?
But, I had a half day today. Went in to the office, went over 12.
Reviewed Haler's motives again. His motives.
Eric, what do you feel about this chapter of JoJo?
Good chapter of JoJo, Christian.
Eric, do you feel the crime thriller
The crime angle
movie
is coming into play. We like to see it.
Yeah. Do you feel what Araki's cooking?
Will this be a short part? The man is old.
You think this is gonna be the end? They're gonna fight right now. This is gonna be the end.
No, not right now, but you know. I feel like can Haler carry maybe.
Eric, when he pulled that gun, what do you think? Could he carry?
We need a handgun. Christian, a handgun.
When he pulled that, when he picked up that rock, did you think this man could carry the series as the villain?
Does he have the unique design to pull it off?
I mean, he's got a unique design. It's a weird
I
ass.
feel like this is JoJo Goon level design. I don't know if it's a boss level design.
He might have his final boss outfit. You know.
He's kind of got the Fugo pants and like sort of like the face marks of Poochie and like.
Yeah.
I don't know if
You're
it's
not buying it.
Well, whatever. It's
Yeah.
cool. Shout out the guy.
What's going on in the anime land? They remastered Red Hawk.
Looks alright.
People are upset Ace isn't in it. He wasn't in the manga, so Oda's vision. You know what I'm saying?
Oda's vision.
We are getting close to the Egghead Park 2. And people are ready for that Kuro flashback.
Yeah.
Eric, Ishitani needs to come back for the Kuro
I just want to
punch.
see the White Sagan, you know.
That's true.
She's too busy working on films, Christian. You know?
No. Ishitani, it has to be a Japanese masterclass. Kuruma come running in with that punch, Eric. Of course, they're gonna milk it with all the scenes. Him running. The Nika, all that kind of shit. And he's gonna land that punch. Of course they're gonna do the Charlotte callback. It's gonna be black and white, they're gonna do it. We all know they're gonna do it. Alright?
But will it be done with the skill it was done the first time, Christian?
I think it will.
Because I've seen it replicated before in another scene I can't remember off the top of my head, and it wasn't the same. It was a cheap imitation. We don't want to see that. But we're here to talk about La JoJo.
Eric, La JoJo. The event is coming up.
Christian, what's going on? Yeah, what is going on in the JoJo community? Are you in the JoJo community?
I guess so. They review the chapters. And that's about it. We're waiting for the anime, Part 7 anime. Should be announced this year. Let's see how, Eric, the expectations and the reputation of Part 7. Is it too high? Will they fumble? Because Part 6 has always been kind of a
I feel like after the debacle that Part 6 was, people are down on the anime.
Now,
Christian, after the masterclass of 5, how can it compete?
I mean, hopefully Netflix learned. They put it out week to week, which we want to see. Not these weird batches 6 months apart. It doesn't work.
Right.
It doesn't work with anime. They've got to stop. Eric, we're here for JoJo. Let's get into the chapter.
23.
Late chapter. Chapter 23, Eric. A little flashback starts, Eric. The Howler family have a treasure chest. In the chest are items of extreme value that the family sells in times of need. The Northern Slope was given to them by the tribes of Hawaii, and only a verbal agreement not recognized by the United States, alright? A congressman came after them for that land. He wanted the rights for his own development, of course. Of course, government corruption.
Yes.
We all know Iraqi hates the government. We all know that, alright? He wanted the rights to develop a resort. Eric, his goons lit up the Northern Slope and set it on fire. Eric, Haller's grandfather, a man of action, right? He went up and he just shot this man in a car. A little drive-by action, Eric, and then he killed the man with a rock.
It's all business.
Alright? This man must protect the land that his great-great-grandfather inherited from his marriage with the Hawaiian tribe's daughter. Alright? And Grandpa Howler tells baby Pokemon Akahel, Eric. Of course, classic Iraqi. The kids are just baby Pokemon version of their older selves. You love to see it.
Same outfit.
Right.
Same outfit.
Same haircut.
Suit. Right.
Yeah. His grandpa, as they were digitizing records, he took the opportunity to make the land deed legal, Eric. It's perfectly legal now.
Right.
He tells little Howler to always keep precious things in those chests, in the chest. No matter how no matter how far away things travel, they always come back. It might take a decade, Eric, but it always comes back.
Right.
This precious painting, Eric. The Howler family have a lava rock in the chest. We have confirmation Howler has a rock.
Right.
We kind of knew it. We knew it was going to go there. Eric, what kind of fate shenanigans is Iraqi pulling? Now we have two men with the rock.
Now, obviously, the Northern Slopes are some...
Will the will... Is it about Will, who has a stronger will, to determine fate?
Yeah, but when does What's-His-Face come into play?
Who?
Fucking Manga Man. What do I forget his name?
We don't know yet. Eric Rohan.
When does Rohan come back into play? Because he's the man that had the rock originally.
Exactly. Where did he get these rocks? Where did he get them? He's just a manga character. Eric. Why does he have this legendary treasure? Eric, the OG Howler Big Daddy found the rock on the Mountain of the Gods on the Northern Slope. When we go to the Mountain of the Gods.
Interesting name, reminds me of the Devil's Palm, Christian.
Yeah, of course.
Hey, what do they call these,
lands?
It's
kind of like a natural, what is it, a natural gift or something?
Yeah.
Yeah. So we know Howler has a stand, Eric. We know he has a stand. Alright?
And the Northern Slope is the utmost importance, Christian.
Of course, you must not get rid of this land at any cost.
Right.
You will sell everything. You'll give up everything for this land. It is the family legacy. Alright, we're back to the deal, Eric. The rock starts to shake. Charming introduces himself as the bank manager, Eric. What do you think about Charming's will this chapter? He's a man of will.
He's got the moves, Christian. He's got the intellect.
Yeah.
Clearly the brains of the operation.
Howler looks absolutely pissed off.
He's mad.
Oh, of course you fucking turn up here. You fucking scumbag, Eric. Jodio notices Paco take off in his truck. Alright, so he's wondering what's going on. Alright. Eric, Howler has a crazy yacht. He's got a big lounge, he's got a little merry-go-round.
Merry-go-round in
right?
Shit, yeah.
The lawyer starts talking to Dragona, questioning her. You're too young for this position. How'd you get the position? Assistant at the bank. What's going on here? She said she was an A student at Harvard. The lawyer says, well, I went to Harvard.
Do you remember
And
this
she starts
man?
asking detailed questions.
Right.
But Eric, luckily she's saved because Howler pulls out a gun.
Right.
As they go down into the meeting room.
And immediately we know he means business.
That's right. You pull out the gun. They go, what's this for? He's going, who knows what this is for? I might need this.
Mm-hmm.
It's serious business. Alright? Howler is controlling the meeting, making everyone sit, Eric. He's got that gun, he's pointing at him. He brings in suitcases worth of cash. $2 million in each suitcase, Eric. He tries to bribe them each
Was it a
with
4 million? Was it a
$40
million
million each.
Right.
But Eric, no. This deal is worth 30 billion, Eric. It is a small bribe in comparison.
Right.
They want that 30 billion. They don't want no chump change. 120 million. They want that 30 billion.
That would be a nice chunk, Christian.
Sure, but they want it all, Eric.
Right.
Greedy individuals. Of course, Howler says you can escape with this money. Take the money, leave. You'll be ahead of the bank. You can disappear.
Right.
And then, of course, Charmer goes, well, we know about your illegal arms trade dealings. If we take this money, it's going to be a federal crime.
Media Howler flies off the handle, Crucial.
He flies up down. There's no illegal activity going on.
Right.
Alright. His lawyer calms him down a little bit, saying, we'll take care of that. Don't worry about that, Eric. Then Eric, Charming, seeing the sweat on Howler's face, goes in for the kill. Starts making his deal, Eric. How about we do a little bit of a land trade? This piece of land for the northern slope, Eric. He offers to take it off his head. The government will have to deal with the bank, not him. Howler starts to sweat. He's looking around, he's thinking about it. It'll get the government off his ass. It'll trade. He can still use the other land to make money, Eric. But of course, it is his family's land. It is the pride of the Howler family. He cannot sell this land, Eric. While this is going on, Jodie gets a text from Yasugi. They're at the school. So I'm guessing next week is the school? Or next chapter is the school?
Yeah, maybe. Sure.
Alright. Eric, Howler stops the conversation in his tracks. He notices
crumbs on the table.
Crumbs, little pieces of sand. He goes, what the fuck is this? And the tension immediately erupts. He pulls out his gun, he goes, everyone stand up, I know what this shit is. What the fuck's going on?
Right.
End the chapter.
Why did the rock react?
Eric, I think the rock is disintegrating at the will of two rocks.
Who's got?
Because we saw the other rock in the chest, Eric. It's falling apart. I think it starts to break down after usage.
Right.
So as the old man says, nothing lasts forever. So you must cherish this as far as it goes.
What's Araki trying to say with these rocks?
Eric, it is going to be the will of the two rock users. It's going to be the battle of wills. They're gonna have to force and fight for this land. Alright? What happens next week? This is a crazy situation. How do we escape out of this, Eric? He knows. He knows about the rock. He's got a gun. Does Jodie pull out his stand? Does Charming pull out his illusion bullshit and escape?
Does the lawyer get involved to calm the situation down?
He also has a stand, Eric. I feel like he's gonna go straight for the attack. We're gonna get a little taste of his stand, Eric. This man must have a broken stand to be a true JoJo villain.
Yeah, I don't know. I want to stay in this negotiation land though. I don't want to go like fucking
fly off the handle.
Yeah.
Do you think what's left to negotiate though?
There has to be a deal, right? Otherwise, they're just gonna show their hand and reveal they're not the back man, because he doesn't know they're not the back man.
Yeah. So, do you think we're gonna get a situation like Howler finds out who they are, they bail, but now he knows who they are, so he can pursue them with assassins, Eric. The classic JoJo-esque adventure.
I feel like they're gonna get rattled, and Charmy's gonna cut a deal that's not favorable, and they're gonna try.
Well, he wants the northern slope so he can search for his brother.
Right, but I feel like they're gonna get rattled and cut a deal, and then diffuse the situation for the moment.
Okay.
Because they're gonna fight for the land.
Yeah.
Eventually.
So, Eric, does Jodie use the surrounding water to do some shenanigans?
I really don't think they're gonna fight.
I feel like Howler's gonna shoot. Jodea's gonna do his range shield. And then Charmy's gonna use his illusion
Nah,
to get the
because
fuck out of there.
that gives up the deal right there, right? I feel like Araki's gonna try and set Howler up in multiple ways to get this land off him. I feel like this is the first attempt where they fumble the deal.
Okay, but what do they do to... I don't understand the way back.
They go, yeah, we'll take the money, they leave, right? Diffuse the situation. Because they can't, like... This is the thing. Obviously, they're going to be sus, right? Howler's maybe going to want revenge. He's intrigued by the rock of Dragona. So they're going to be chased.
Yeah.
But, like... I don't know. How do you make them escape and not unhype Halo? You know what I'm saying? Like... We can't have Howler fumble. We don't want to have.
Well, he's got to be the corner downstairs in a yacht with a gun.
Yeah, and if he's like, he's got some space-time conceptual stand bullshit, like...
Eric, there is a meme in the community right now. We saw 2 sailors in a sailor's outfit. Is the man from part 8, is Josuke here, and he's gonna save their ass. We saw 2 men in a sailor outfit. Is it Josuke, Eric? Is Josuke here?
Let's use the cruise, because this part's all about intellect.
Yeah.
It's not about hands. Let's use the crew's intellect to get us out of this one.
Okay, so we're relying on Charming, Eric.
We're relying on Charming and Dragona, and maybe Jodea's gonna say something.
Show his will.
With his intellect and his will. And then they have a stare off, and then they agree, and then they leave.
But they can't, Eric, that lowers the, of course, Iraqi's Royal Road. He says you must escalate the situation. So we can't defuse it, we're gonna escalate.
Well, I guess they're just gonna fight, then land in the water. Ultimately.
Does Dragona do some 500 IQ shit where she steals Howler's signature and puts it on the document?
It's hard to... Because I feel like Araki's going for this political genre, this crime thriller, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if they pull out the hands.
Alright, Eric, Howler's ready to shoot.
Because this is a battle of intellect right now. It's not a battle of brawn.
Sure, but he knows about the rock. Is he gonna confiscate the rock?
Maybe they somehow become intertwined and then they always end up fighting each other because of the rock. But I'm not feeling like a straight up fisticuffs, like...
Eric, I feel like the rock might get destroyed, and then we're gonna go on the quest for the Mountain of the Gods. And then,
we're gonna have to
Howler's chasing.
We're actually gonna have to operate with, like, you know, our minds and not, you know, rely on the rock the whole time.
Yeah. Does the rock get destroyed, and then, like, fuck, we have to go to the Mountain of the Gods to get another rock, or contact Rohan? Because then we got Howler.
Maybe they don't get another rock. Maybe that's it for the rock. Until the end. And they gotta actually evolve and shit.
Yeah. Because right now they're kind of relying on it too much.
Yeah.
They were sweaty about going on the boat, but they relied on the rock. They're like, the rock's gonna get it done. So I think Iraqi's gonna take it away.
Maybe they get a little bit of cash, Christian. Like, use the cash.
Okay.
But they also gotta, make sure Merle doesn't die.
Well, we got Parko Yusugi there.
Yeah.
Does Yusugi pull out his whole shit?
Yeah, he will.
King Crimson nonsense.
Right.
We're waiting for it.
It's possible.
We're always waiting for that. But there you go. Great chapter of JoJo. Is this the most entertaining chapter? People always go on about stakes and tension in manga. Do you need the monthly format to really take the time to set up the scene.
No, you just see close-ups and a handgun, Christian, and then you got
Okay.
all
Talk of
the
the
tension
show.
you need.
Talk of the show.
We'll get to the topic of the show.
All right. I'm gonna give this a 9 out of 10. Very enjoyable chapter. Alright,
Christian. I like the opening with the little flashback. Very much Godfather. Very much old country shit. We like to see it. Araki, let's do like a 1910. Italian drama.
Okay. We might get that in an extended flashback.
Right.
Because of course we're gonna find out how the OG found the rock, Eric. We're gonna find that out at some point.
It's kind of crazy how like this is like the most threatening situation, and there's no magic.
We already dealt with a gunman, right?
Yeah.
We already.
But
anyway.
It's about the situation,
It's about the Eric. It's about the rawness, right?
Right. But anyway.
Alright, we'll get into it. But Eric, 8 out of 10.
Great chapter.
Oh, 9 out of 10 chapter.
Right.
Next week, probably Yusuke and Parker. Maybe we get some tag team craziness.
Does Araki usually does one beat at a time, right? He doesn't do like half chapters.
Oh, the long chapters, so we might cut in between. We'll see what happens.
Okay.
But Eric, that's a JoJo. A very enjoyable chapter. Alright, let's get into How Strong Is Shags.
Shags.
How strong is Shags, Eric? Every week we come to you with the question of how strong is Shags. And every week we answer, Shags is the strongest, Shags is the good king. But there are people out there.
Foolish people.
You still say Carter's top 1.
Nope.
Eric Carter. You know what I mean? There are people out there claiming that 5 billion berry desk man Sakazuki is the strongest, Eric. People, of course, everyone's saying Luffy fears Akainu. Luffy fears no man. Alright, he has a Nika in his heart. Alright, he doesn't feel. He only feels joy in his heart.
He is a Nika.
Alright. There are people out there who say Dragon's the strongest. The man who has literally done nothing, ran away from Blackbeard,
and ultimately will do nothing, which is kind of
quote unquote strategic withdrawal. Eric, if any other character did this, it'd be over. It'd be over. Alright? You could say that Mihawk did this in Marineford when he refused to fight Shanks. But of course, everyone ignores that one, Eric. They said I agreed to fight Whitebeard, not this man.
Give up.
Interesting. Eric, some people think Armor is the strongest, and it's just
bum shit.
He's sweating on the floor about that Joy Boy Haki.
Right.
And of course, most of all, Mihawk suckers. I mean, are they just clowns at this point? No one's taking them seriously. After the Glades of Albath, no one takes them seriously. But Eric, every week we come with 100% factual information on the table. This week's evidence is Sensei's so strong. He abandoned his family ties. No fortune or power could stop him, Eric. Freedom is far too valuable for the strongest man.
Right.
Sensei's strongest is the God King.
Talk with the show.
Talk with the show. Everything is better with a handgun. Eric, you wanted to talk about this. What do you have to say?
A pistol sets everything up.
It just puts a threat on the table.
Doesn't work if it's a assault rifle or a shotgun.
No.
He pulls out the pistol, it's on the table, you know he's a serious man about business, Christian. The pistol symbolizes the power, the threat levels. It's on the table, it's in every shot.
He's a man of action.
It's a tight, it's not on a mat, it's a tight area.
Yeah.
Between two tables. Araki shoots it beautifully, Christian. The tight, every shot is tight.
Is he the most cinematographer?
Cinematic.
He's the most cinema mega cut there ever was.
Every shot, you notice, every shot is really tight, Christian. There's no space between the characters.
Yeah.
The close-ups.
They're rats. They're rats
Right.
trapped in a cage.
Beautiful. The tension is palpable, Christian. The close-ups of the eyes. He flies off a little bit too much, you know. Chill out, Hella. But without
He gains composure. He gains composure.
without that, see, we had Bobby J's with a gun.
Yeah.
You know, we're in a hospital, vast
places to
corridors, and you know, it was an action sequence, Christian. But the gun in the interrogation / negotiation shouldn't be there. Why is it here? He means serious business.
That's right. He's willing to play dirty. It says a lot about the character. He's willing to play dirty. Maybe he does have illegal gun trade going on. Maybe he is a bad guy. He's willing to pull out a pistol in a negotiation.
Maybe.
Criminal.
He tried to buy it.
Of course he would. Derek, some people say that shows like One Piece have no tension. And is it because of the power levels? How do you make a scene like this work in One Piece? You got to put something on the table.
Well, this is the thing, right? Like, the gun in JoJo is irrelevant. In the grand scheme.
I mean, it's not. It is, but it isn't.
I mean, no one's getting killed by a gun. Look at Mister in Part 5, Christian. That didn't matter.
No.
So, like, the gun, the power level doesn't necessarily matter. It's about what it symbolizes, right?
Okay.
But, like, I don't know. If Luffy and Kaido were sitting across from each other at a table talking, right?
Yeah.
And it was shot in a similar way, there'd be tension there.
What would they be even arguing about?
Yeah, that's
Would
the
Nami
thing,
be
like,
doing the
Luffy would
negotiations?
just throw
It'd
hands. It'd have to be like Jinbei and like Kaido.
Eric,
Discussing terms.
it's like the whole Cake Island Capone meeting. You can feel the tension. You can feel the deal going on, Eric. Why? Because we need this deal to work. Because Capone has an in. Capone's got a plan, right? Of course, this is before Luffy's an emperor, and there's a way to be Big Mom with just straight hands now.
Right.
So you gotta set up a hostage situation. You know what I mean? Imagine this scene it's Luffy across the table from Blackbeard, and he's got Robin, and he's like, "Give me those fucking polyglyphs, or I'm gonna kill Robin." And then of course, BB throws in a little ace mention. You can see it working.
Salt in the wound.
And of course, Eric, you can see it working, but will Oda ever do that?
We did with Capone, sort of, so never say
but-
never. But that's the thing, Christian. Araki obviously pulling from mob movies here, right?
Sure, yeah.
Oda did the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the genre.
You
Beautiful.
gotta play to the genre. Alright? The masters. So, it doesn't really matter the power level, it's about how it's shot. You gotta make people feel like there's no escape. And that's through, angle choice, paddling, choices of words, a bit of cat and mouse game.
Right. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
The gun was what sets it up, though. You need that gun on the table.
I would really appreciate a scene like this with Luffy and Blackbeard. Could you imagine it?
Not really, but
But
it'd be alright.
imagine it for a second.
Yeah, but like Shanks and Blackbeard would have this scene. It wouldn't be Luffy would never have this scene.
Yeah, but we want it with Luffy so we can get Nami and Jinbei doing all the talking, Eric.
Yeah, it'd be exactly the same as Capone, where he says something stupid and then wants to throw hands.
What if it's like a Shanks Whitebeard meeting, but it's Blackbeard and Luffy? And Garp's on the table, Eric. Garp's on the table. Luffy goes, "Well, fuck you. I guess it's all out war," and just punches him across the table. We do this whole negotiating scene, and then Luffy goes, "Fuck it," and flips the table.
Luffy's just sitting there salty while Jinbei and Nami talk.
Yeah, and he just punches Blackbeard in the face.
Hype.
Alright, there you go.
Anyway.
Moving on. Question.
And then Blackbeard puts a gun on the table, Christian. He puts his pistol on the table.
He's Devil Fruit stealing gun.
Just one of his handguns. Alright,
Yeah.
questions. What do we got?
Eric, I got a little question for you first.
Mm.
Will Blackbeard ever pull out the pistol?
He did against Whitebeard. It's possible. He did
guess
kill,
so,
he
yeah,
did kill Whitebeard with a pistol.
That's true. He did pull out one of those pistols. He's got 3 cocked and loaded. Eric, does he have scumbag, sea-storm bullets ready to go off rip?
Does he have gas
Just
and
in
poison and
case.
shit?
He's a sneaky fuck.
Probably.
Maybe pop Sloopy with a sea-storm bullet, just to nerf him.
Which on the rare sea stone bullets.
Yeah, of course. Alright. Eric, we got questions from Harvest Berry, of course. The JoJo show. Man. Eric. This chapter has Tarantino level direction and suspense. Do you agree? It's very Reservoir Dogs, Eric. You know, you got the close-up shots, you got the tension, who did this, who did that. I would say, but it's a genre piece.
Yeah, it's sort of like I guess Tarantino does it in Django.
Yeah, he does it in his early movies and Django.
Yeah.
Like there's a scene like this in Reservoir Dogs. He's more gangster shit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Will Eric continue to make the same stupid criticism about Jojo defeating people with rain? Look, we want to see some new moves.
It's not that it's rain. It's that his soaking
Same
move
rain.
is the same. Is the same move.
We want to see some new moves from Jojo. Alright, that's all we're asking for. Alright. How many episodes do you think Steel Ball Run will be? It is a long part. He reckons it'll be 60. That's a lot. That's a lot of episodes. I'm looking more at like 45.
How many chapters do they put in an episode usually?
It's like 3, but this is a monthly series and it's like 120 chapters.
There's not that much dialogue that I can off the top of my head though.
Yeah, but you got the vistas, you got the walking slowly.
Yeah, the dialogue is what takes the longest.
They could blast through 2 chapters.
There's a lot of action in terms of just like running around and.
I think they could get it done in 40.
I don't know. Does Araki do that bullshit where he starts explaining fucking animal facts at the end, or?
Of course. There's always animal facts. Eric, when he explains the spin and the perfect spin and the Da Vinci and the of course.
Okay.
Alright. There you go. I think 45.
Right.
What is the biggest thing David Pro needs to get right in Still Ball Run adaptation besides the horses? Bring back that Part 5 sound design. We need it back.
Just bring back this Part 5 passion.
Yeah, bring back the part. Adapt it exactly
Part
how.
6 felt dead.
Yeah, it didn't have the source.
It didn't have the flair either.
No.
The only thing I only really remember is, of course, the obvious creature.
The ending.
And Abikura licking the flower.
Of course.
Is that his name? That's not his name,
Yeah.
is it?
It's fuck, I forgot his name.
Abikura's
But yeah,
Part 5.
Anastasia. A very sexual
man.
man. There you go. Alright. What will your ideal JoJo game be? I don't think JoJo lends itself well to fighting games, so my idea would be a mystery type detective RPG where you have to figure out who the stand user is. No!
Obvious. Persona. Literally
Persona?
literally
Like RPG.
Persona.
Yeah.
But all the anime fans are complaining because apparently they hate turn-based RPGs.
Okay. Alright, there you go. But what about Persona fans, Eric? They love Persona.
Yes, Persona is literally stands. So just do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Alright, Eric, and those are the questions, and that's for sure a quick show this week. Next week, I believe there's a chapter. If it might leak early, we'll have to check.
But there is a One Piece chapter, so...
There's a One Piece chapter. So, Golden Week looms, as always, Eric. Golden Week's always around the
God
corner.
help us.
Alright. Shakers and Strongest Shakers Go King.
Good night.